What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we got something special planned out for you guys. As you saw right now in New York, it's pretty damn cold. It's actually snowing outside and it's been brick for the past few days.
Speaking of, let me check the weather to show you guys. It is currently 32 degrees Fahrenheit and snowing. What we decided to do is cook some Mexican food at home. I mean, not to bag on New Yorkers at all, but the Mexican food here is no bueno, guys. So being that I am Mexican, well, half Mexican, half Honduran, you know, and being from Los Angeles, my mom cooked a lot of Mexican food. Everybody already knows Mexican food there is amazing. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and try to attempt a dish that I personally have never made. So what I'm actually gonna be making is red chicken. You can usually purchase this at a carniceria, also known as a Mexican meat market, and I'm gonna be making some Mexican rice. Come take a closer look here. We bought some cilantro, jalapenos, serrano pepper, a couple different types of tomatoes, lemon. We're gonna make homemade salsa. I don't know about you guys, but I love me some spice, and Kevin does too.
Yo guys, I'm starving, so honestly I have to tear into this freaking noodle pouch. Like dumbasses, we totally forgot to defrost the chicken, so it's gonna take another, how many hours? Like 2-3 hours?
Probably an hour, hopefully.
Yeah, for now we'll munch on these things. They look decent, it actually smells nice too.
While we're waiting for the chicken to defrost, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on making that homemade salsa we talked about. So for this, what you're gonna need are 2 tomatoes. I got some pretty large ones, jalapeno, a quarter of red onion, and 2 garlic cloves. So first, you need to semi-boil some water and add in the tomatoes. Let's put this up here. Don't be afraid, guys, just dump it in. Ooh, okay. Maybe you should be a little afraid. And then the jalapeno. So let that warm up until it gets pretty soft and it's easy enough to peel off the skin on the tomatoes. And then next, you want to go ahead and char your quarter of red onion and your 2 garlic cloves. So we're lucky that we have this included in our stovetop. It's kind of like a comal. Usually comals are used to warm up your tortillas, but if you don't have that or this, you can go ahead and just use a regular pan. So
the salsa's not even close to being ready, guys, but honestly my mouth's watering at the smell of this. The garlic and the onion being roasted right now, it smells so good. So I can only imagine how it's gonna taste then when it's actually a salsa.
Let's go ahead and flip this. Don't mind that, guys. I am not a chef. Oh, another layer. I would like to call myself, oh my gosh, I would like to call myself a home cook, but I don't know, I'm not really, you know, presenting myself as such at the moment. Oh my gosh. Trust me, guys, I know how to cook.
We're struggling out here, guys.
Whatever, that's okay. We're gonna throw this into a blender anyhow, so that's totally fine. This looks about done. Again, the tomato should be soft enough to the point where you can peel off the skin, because that is what you're supposed to do. So just put that into a bowl. Be careful because this is scorching hot. Put all of this here, tomatoes, jalapeno, and then here, this is the red onions and the garlic. So see, this is what I was talking about, just that charry type of look. You want that kind of look here. That's what we're going for. So just go ahead and add this onto the plate as well. So I'm struggling a little bit here, taking out the skin. I mean, it comes off really easily. It's just extremely hot. So what I'm doing that helps is using this, and it comes right off.
There you go. All right.
So if you guys have one of these, I do recommend it. It comes right off, and you don't have to use your fingers and burn yourself to death. So I'm just gonna continue to do this, and I'll show you guys when I'm finished to add it into the blender.
All right, guys, so this is the last step of the peeling process, as you can see.
I didn't do it as nice as it should be, but oh well, we did take out the skin successfully, so that's all that matters. Let's go put this into the blender.
All right, let's see what happens.
So again, guys, we're putting 1 jalapeno, 2 garlic cloves, about a quarter of charred onion, a tomato or 2 tomatoes that are peeled off with the skin, and just throw that all in there. Just add salt to taste, however much you'd like. If we need more salt, we can always add more afterward. I'm just gonna speed up the process here so you don't hear the annoying sound of the blender, so just watch me blend. Now we are gonna go ahead and start making the marinade for the chicken. So just go ahead and With some lemon. I'm using 2 large lemons on here.
All right, so now that those lemons have been squeezed, what do we got next?
So next I'm gonna add some achiote. This one here is one of the ones from Goya. I couldn't find a straight up achiote one, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna have to work with this, I guess. I'm gonna add a few packs of this, so this to make it easier, I'm gonna go ahead and tear this up and just pour. Next is some onion powder. So I'm not really measuring this, guys. I'm just going with what I think looks good, and if it doesn't taste good the first time, you can always go back.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to home cooking, sometimes you gotta eyeball it.
A little bit of cumin here, and I just put some oregano as well, and just some salt and pepper, and then we blend. So we're about to blend, but before, don't forget your 2 garlic cloves. Our marinade is ready. We have 2 skinless chicken breasts here. Just pour that in. And unfortunately, we weren't able to marinate this overnight because we did come up with this plan to make this Mexican food earlier today. So we're gonna just marinate it for the meantime, hopefully at least for like 30 minutes to an hour. Just mix that in.
It's already smelling real good though, so I'm excited to see how it turns out after it's actually cooked.
I agree, this looks amazing.
All right, so now for the final piece of the puzzle that I've been waiting for, the rice, the Mexican rice, so to speak.
All right, so we couldn't get everything we wanted from the grocery store, but we had this to work with, and it should still taste good either way. So we're gonna go ahead and put 2 Roma tomatoes, about 1/4 of white onion, 2 garlic cloves, and then this chicken bouillon here. You just need to add 1 of these. So let me open this up. And then about, I'm not really sure, I'm just eyeballing. This is cumin. And then 2 cups of water.
That's smelling pretty damn good already.
It does smell really good, guys. Hopefully it tastes good too. Okay, so that's this. Let's blend it. So it's finished now. We're gonna mix this into the rice, but first let's get the rice started. Get your pan ready. Make sure you have it on medium heat, so once it gets heated enough, add some olive oil. Try not to add too little or too much. You know, we want our rice to get nice and golden brown, so you do kind of need a little bit more oil than you typically would. So 1 cup of long green rice. We're using jasmine rice. And what you're gonna want to do is for about 5 to 6 minutes, just stir it back and forth until it turns a nice golden brown color. Try not to walk away from the stove, guys, because it is gonna get brown really quickly, and you're gonna end up burning your rice if you go ahead and take a break and sit down.
Honestly, guys, this is getting me excited to start eating. It's been a while since I had Mexican rice. Actually, the last time I had it was back in LA with your mom.
Yeah, actually my mom made it for us.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
So hopefully this turns out just as good.
So once your rice gets nice and toasty like this, you want to go ahead and lower your heat to the lowest setting. So go ahead and do that. And then next, pour in your broth. Go ahead and stir. You could add some salt. I might just add a little bit. Again, if I need more, I'm gonna add some in the end. I just don't want to add too much, and then I can't take it back. So just a tiny bit of salt. And then you can add a serrano pepper. I'm gonna cut it 3/4 down the way. That's a good 3/4 down the way here. All right, just drop it in. Maybe do a little bit of stirring before we go ahead and add the lid in.
Man, that smells amazing. Jeez.
Okay, so go ahead and throw the lid in. Do not take the lid out, guys. As you guys heard, that was technical difficulties. Our apartment is very smoky. We forgot to open the freaking window. So, I'm fanning this.
So now we got the window wide open during winter time. And yes, you still have a Christmas tree up. I know.
Don't judge us.
All right, guys, so as you saw, we had a technical malfunction, or maybe it's just us being amateur cooks, but hey, we'll learn as we go.
Speak for yourself, man. I know how to cook.
Hey, I know how to make sandwiches, okay?
This process has been slow because we're focusing on this chicken that needed to be defrosted and also marinated. So now it's been in the fridge for a little bit over an hour now and ready to be cooked.
Yeah, so it's had all that time to soak in those juices.
Go ahead and just throw in some oil. This one is sunflower oil. So we have 2 chicken breasts. This looks pretty good. I'm excited. This non-stick pan that we got is Ninja, by the way. We got this a couple months ago. We were really in need of a nice non-stick pan, so I would recommend this, guys, if you guys are in the market for a really good non-stick pan. It's pretty affordable. I'm throwing all this in. The more the merrier. All right. Now we're just gonna cook this for about 20 minutes. Once this is all finished, we'll show you guys a finale and hopefully it tastes amazing. So the rice should be finished. Turn off the heat. Perfect. The rice is looking good and ready.
That's looking scrumptious.
So what we wanna do is just fluff it inwards like this because you don't want it to be like mashed potato consistency. So just be careful not to, you know, stir too much. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put the lid back on and leave it sitting for another 5-10 minutes. The chicken's already finished. I'm just letting it sit and cool down. Look how delicious that looks.
It's looking amazing. Oh man, my mouth, I was about to drool literally.
Oh my gosh. And when we wait for this to all, you know, cool down, we're gonna warm up some tortillas.
Honestly, guys, I wish you could smell the aroma up in this apartment right now. It smells so good. Maybe if there's a way you guys can smell it through your TV, maybe they'll invent that one day, hopefully. One of my goals for 2022 is gonna be to become a better cook. Because Isel, compared to me, she's like a professional chef, honestly. Being Colombian, I gotta learn how to make arepas, empanadas, a bunch of other stuff that we make. So that's my goal for 2022. What are your guys' goals? Now it's time for the moment of the truth, the taste test. The finished product is here.
That looks good to me. All right, at least it's cooked evenly throughout. I'm happy with it. Taste test, let's see.
Sure you're not being biased?
No, not at all. I'm gonna try the rice and then you could be next. Almost forgot some salsa.
Can't forget the salsa, guys.
Let's put that here. Although it already has tons of flavor, you don't really need it, but I'm curious. Whoa, that's amazing.
All right, I can't wait anymore. Come on, you gotta film me now. This is what I've been waiting for. Chicken first, dip it into some sauce. Now combine it with the Mexican rice. All right. Damn, guys, I'm not even being biased. This is pretty damn good. Then that makes my soul happy.
Okay guys, we're actually gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us and enjoyed me cooking.
And guys, make sure if you like this kind of content, you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to us. You guys stay safe and take care.